Hi everybody. So this is a 5.7 liter Hemi that I just took out of a truck I just bought. It's a 2007 Dodge Ram 1500, and these are MDS solenoids, and there's another one here, and here is, I did get one out, and this is kind of what we're dealing with. I wanted to show you how to get these out. I kind of discovered a fairly easy way to get these things out. Now, I say easy way to get it out, but as far as I've seen and from what I've read, you just can't get these things out without breaking them. So, but if you're getting into these wanting to take them out, it's probably bad anyway, or you're doing what I'm doing, which I'm rebuilding this engine. I bought this truck fairly decent price, and I'm going to rebuild the engine on it. It had a rod knocking, and I want to take these out because I've got to send the block off to have it checked out and everything, make sure everything's good. And I really think I'm going to try to eliminate this MDS system anyway. It just doesn't sound like anything I probably want. But anyway, so yeah, again, this is what they look like. And so what you've got is an O-ring here, and an O-ring here, and you just can't seem to pull those things out of there. I really tried, and just couldn't do it. And it just seems like people just say that you can't hardly do it. So I will try to attempt that just for the purpose of doing this video. But anyway, I did discover a new way to do it. I'm going to plug this back in just to kind of show you what we're doing here. Okay, there's the plug. To get this plug off, you just take these. Some of them are a little harder than others. You might have to take a screwdriver. I think I had a couple of them I had to just push on it a little bit. So pull that little red tab there, and then squeeze this guy right here, and then wiggle a little bit and pull it off. So that's how they come off. Now, yesterday I took and sprayed like PB Blaster down in here in all these to try to hopefully it would maybe loosen something up, which it did loosen up, but I just never could pull it out. I kept pulling, and I'm just pulling upwards here, trying to pull that out, and that's what happens no matter what you do. And I've tried to put a screwdriver underneath this, and they'll just break too. So that's what happens when you try to get them out. I guess the suction of those O-rings just, I don't know what it is, but doesn't seem to want to let it come out. And when you try to pry underneath this thing, why, then it just pops up too, because there's nothing really holding that down anymore. So I am going to oh, and I guess I didn't mention, I had already taken the screws out of here. There's little bolts, I guess, that go down in here, and I had already taken those out. But I'm going to put that just partly in right now. And okay, so this little metal piece comes right out of here like that. So just take that out. And I've got a little lag bolt. This is about 1.5 inches from the bottom of the hex head there down to the tip. You could probably use a little longer one if you wanted to, but this seemed to work pretty good. 1/4 inch inside diameter of this lag bolt. I'm not sure what the outside is, about 1/4 inch on the inside. So this seemed to work pretty good. Now I put that screw or bolt back in there so this won't spin around, because this will actually just keep spinning if I don't. And I left that metal thing on there. I'm going to take it off here in a minute, but just gonna get that to where it'll tighten. All right. Now I'm just gonna, that's just plastic that I'm going into here. And I'm just going to crank that down in there a little bit. That last one I kind of felt it stop a little bit, I thought. And that's why I put that in there, like I say, so that doesn't spin. I don't know if you just saw that. That's probably good enough. It's not in there very far, but that's probably good enough. So, okay, I'm going to take that back out. Set that back where those are. Just going to grab a claw hammer here, and I think I'll come this way with it. Got the rested on that little hump there, right up to the top, and see, that's just right on the edge there, which is all it's going to go in, but that's pulling pretty much straight up. Let me get on this side, and it pops right out. So there you go. Take my little lag bolt out. That's about the easiest way I've found to take it out. So I was down in there about that far. Let's see, about that far is where my thumb is, about how far I went down with it, not too far. Set that off to the side. And just to prove that wasn't a fluke, I'll do it with the rest of these too. I'll go ahead and wiggle on this, see if it'll pop out. You never know. I doubt it. But get on this side a little better. And it breaks. You know, I worked on this yesterday for quite a while, and was actually pretty extremely careful, trying not to, was very gentle trying to get this thing out of here, these things out of here, and it just, finally it did end up breaking. So, okay, I put that back in there. I'm going to pull this rod out again. Hope this doesn't spin. It kind of broke off in there a little bit, but hopefully we can get enough out of there. Not sure if that metal deal there will hold it or not, but if I can get it in there just a little bit, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, see, it is spinning. So that's not going to help us this time. Hopefully I got it in there enough. Let's see if I can get this out now. Alright. Pull the metal deal off so it doesn't go flying. That pulled out. You got to pull pretty hard to get it out of there, that's for sure, even with all that. But hope you can see with all this mess going on here. See, I had that, it wouldn't even really spin, you know, move like this yesterday. It was really, it didn't take much, but like I say, I sprayed it with that PB blaster down in there and really was gentle trying to wiggle and pull like this. I mean, what else are you going to do? There's really nothing else you can do. There's nothing to get a hold of. Again, you can see this. That's just plastic over the top of it, so prying up on it just is going to break it. So I'm doing this for the purpose of the video, just trying to pull this out of here, but honestly, you're better off just to take this and go and break it off and be done with it instead of wiggling on it, because it's most likely not going to go anyway. I haven't had it work yet, so put a little screw back in here. That one broke off pretty nice. That should hold it still while we put our lag bolt in. Now if you're doing this and it's still in your vehicle and you know you still, now I know this is a lot easier for me to do this being as how I've got the engine out and all, but it's actually not too hard even if it is in the engine, I'm sorry, in the vehicle. You of course would have to take your intake manifold off, which I think there's like 10 bolts to get that manifold off, and of course your air cleaner stuff and a few other little things, but really not too bad. But then once you do that, you pretty much have the same access as what I have right here. You know, of course your heads will be up here, but still this area right here, you'd be able to work a little bit. You can't stand here like I'm doing, but again, still not too bad. But what I was going to say is, you know, you go taking these out of these holes and stuff, you probably don't want to stack everything up here like I'm doing. I don't care, because I'm going to be taking, you know, dumping this out and taking this to have it cleaned and everything anyway. But of course it's in your truck. You don't want something falling down into these holes, so be careful of that. So I've got my lag bolt there, and we'll do this again. And Oh, I forgot to take out my little deal there, but we got it out. So here we go. Kind of bent it a little bit. That came right out. So that's what I got for you, folks. Hope that maybe helps you out a little bit. Again, you know, you can try, but I just don't think you'll ever get one of them out that doesn't break on you. So good luck to you. I hope that helped you guys. I'll see you next time.